Pensacola is known for its abundance of art and culture, which includes music for all taste. This is very evident by the number of community concerts, both large and small, held in the area during the spring and summer. Here to tell us about the Summer Serenade Series presented by St. Christopher's Episcopal Church is Norman Vickers. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, glad to be here. Thank you.
Well, I know it's just one more addition to all the fun things we have to do around here, but I know it's a bit different. So tell us a little bit about the Summer Serenade, say how and when it got started.
Okay. The Summer Serenade is part of the outreach program for St. Christopher's Church. And it was the idea of some of the parishioners, and this is our 4th season. And we try to have a mix of different musics that would appeal to all age groups. So we have some classic rock and some pop and some jazz. And
well, obviously, if it's been going on for 4 years, it's been a success, and you've had good turnout and feedback.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about what the crowds have been like and what they have responded.
Well, first let me say a little bit about St. Christopher's.
Sure.
This is on North 12th Avenue and has a big lawn, and ours is the only one that's a rain or shine, because if it rains, then we just move inside the parish house.
That's extra perk.
Right. And and there's plenty of parking. There's a Matthews Park across the street, so lots of parking in the area. And one of the folks say facetiously, well, we have indoor plumbing and air-conditioned restrooms.
And
that's
plus.
A plus, yes.
Lots of pluses here.
Okay. And this year we have all been outside except on the 30th of June we had 13th Hourglass, and this was music of the 60s to the 90s. And the weather was a little inclement, so we moved inside and opened all the doors so that it didn't rain and was just a little overcast, so people could sit outside or inside. So they had the best of two worlds.
Well, what about handicap accessibility, or people who may have a walker or use a cane, that type of thing?
Right. Well, of course, the church is wheelchair accessible, so not a problem.
Okay, so it's just great for everybody. So you say this is an outreach program of the church, but it's for the entire community, is that correct?
Right. Oh, sure, right, yeah.
So how many people do you average per night?
Okay, we'll have like 200 to 300 people. It's a comfortable crowd, and everybody has a good time. And, you know, people that come tend to come regularly, you know. And occasionally you'll have, well, when we had Al Martin here, he's a pianist, native Pensacolian, and also piano teacher. And so anyway, I was the MC that night, and I asked how many people had taken lessons from Al, and all hands raised up. So he has his own crowd.
He does, and he is a great musician and a great guy. Well, tell us a little bit about some of the other people that you've had. You know, I know you've had an impressive lineup so far.
Reunion, the lead-off band is generally the reunion band, and of course they. Most of them started at St. Christopher's, and this was a St. Christopher's thing that put together, and then these guys have continued. Of course, not everybody's a parishioner at St. Christopher's now. But anyway, they were the lead-off band. Following that, we had Kathy Lyon and her group. She's jazz and pop. We had reggae with One Drop. We had Al Martin, we've mentioned 13th Hourglass. And last week on the 7th, we had Armstrong, Powers, and Spivey. They do jazz and the American Songbook. Jim's a guitarist. Sandy Spivey is a second-generation musician. And Angie Powers is a vocalist who did some work on the West Coast and in Houston. On the 14th, we've got Mass Confusion, and this is a group from St. Paul's Catholic Church primarily. And they do classic rock and eclectic
So this
stuff.
is mainly local entertainers?
Yeah, we don't generally bring in out-of-town people.
Local event, local music, sounds like a great combination.
Right, okay, and then the Blenders on the 21st is a trio or quartet. They do vintage pop and rock, and the Swingin' Dick Tracy's do you know, everything, happy jazz, pop, and rock. So that's been our series.
So tell us a little bit, so it's Wednesday nights, correct?
Wednesday nights in June and July. So we got Mass Confusion this Wednesday, and then the Blenders on the 21st, and the Swingin' Dick Tracy's on the 28th, and that ends it up for the year.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's a huge task to put that together, so congratulations on all y'all have done. What do people need to bring as far as chairs, coolers?
Okay. We ask people to bring their chairs, and if they want to bring drinks and snacks, do that. We've got a concession that sells sandwiches and snacks and soft drinks and ice cream bars, and we've got a lady that comes with her snow cone cart. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want to cook or bring the stuff, you can get there.
Now, you obviously pay for that, but there's no cost to attend the concert.
It's free,
correct?
yeah, it's free.
Well, how many times have you actually had to go inside this year? We've had it pretty dry.
One.
Okay, one time.
And it wasn't raining, but it was inclement weather. Mm-hmm. And last year was the same thing. We moved inside once.
Well, sometimes moving in is dealing with the heat. I know right now we're having some extreme temperatures, and especially some of our viewers need to really be careful. Right. What about shade and maybe wanting to get out of that direct sun, even if you're outside?
One, we got shade. One can go inside and hear the music because these guys are on the porch. So if you want to sit in the air conditioning, you can sit and watch them through the glass windows. So.
Okay. Well, that's good to know, because we do encourage, especially seniors, to be very careful during this time of year with the heat and everything. So that's definitely an added advantage.
And the trees, and it's interesting. It starts at 6:30, and people come as early as 5 o'clock to get the chair in the right place, and the shade is the first thing.
Oh, so, hot commodity. So it's all on the porch of the church then?
Okay. The stage is on the porch of the church, and then the audience is on the lawn.
That sounds like a great setup.
Okay, and we've got lights, and we've got our own sound system, and sound is very important when you're doing that, and we've got a good sound system and a good technician.
Well, great. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun, and I'm sure you're having big crowds, but I hope you have a few more for the next couple of weeks.
Well, thank you very much. Well, nice to be here.
Appreciate it.